It's Monday, January 16th, 2023, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and my 14-year anniversary back in Los Angeles. Hi, I'm James Lott Jr., Super Organizer. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a different kind of episode. It's going to be a shorter episode, not really focusing on specific anything besides the fact that it's my anniversary back in Los Angeles. Also, I celebrating 14 years as an organizer. And I've done almost 400 episodes of this show, and you have heard my story on various episodes of the podcast. So I won't go over it word by word, brick by brick. But I'm having time to kind of reflect as I'm heading towards 15 years, how much things have changed for me and what decision this was. First one, thanks and gratitude to God for bringing me this far, to all my clients, past and present, to anybody who supported me along the way as I've been an entrepreneur, and to all of you, and to everybody who's listening. It's also my ex-producer, showrunner, engineer, Brian's birthday. Happy birthday to him. He's 31, which is, I knew him when he was like 23. That's how long I've been doing the show or whatever. It makes sense. Almost 8 years doing the show. So that makes sense. And so I want to happy birthday to him. He helped start me on this journey. And special gratitude to him too. I'm trying to get back on the show again. I haven't come back for one of the anniversaries. I think the fifth one, but I haven't come back again. We're gonna talk about it. No, I was thinking back at life changes, which is an organizing thing, right? You decide to change your life. I've talked about how I organized all my jobs and all the things that I liked on a piece of paper. I came back to LA with a little bit of a plan, just kind of like, well, there's a business in there somewhere. Once I figure that out, that's one thing. But I have the acting thing I was doing back then. I had like one job lined up when I got back. But I was like, I'm gonna come home, relax, and really organize my life. And I started with actually this room. I had to organize all the boxes I brought down here. So what I did is in Sacramento and San Francisco, when I was living there, I started packing stuff up. I had some stuff down here already, just from over the years. I was bringing stuff down here. So I knew I was gonna come back here at some point. And then my friend Michelle and I, several different weekends, did the major moves and brought stuff down here. So the last move, we just got a van. We were going to fit everything in the van and drive down. So when she left, a few days later, it was like, now it's time for me to actually organize my life in terms of how I'm going to live here. Couches, beds, the whole room was different when I first did this 14 years ago. But I had to make plans. And that's kind of what you do with life. You sit down and you make plans, and you have to organize each thing. Okay, I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, then you have to start continue to start doing things. So I had to organize my clothes, my stuff, a makeshift office, which I had over there at first with a computer. I had no laptop, I had no computer the first couple of months until I bought one. So my mother got me one, actually. I had no computer. I had a cell phone, so everything on my cell phone. I used her computer at her house, so I had to organize that. And I was also helping her get her house in order. So I was actually organizing her. So then she got me a client. So between her and the client, I was helping those two. I was helping my aunt in San Francisco and her get organized. I was doing those were people. They were like my three first clients or whatever. So I was helping them get organized. Meanwhile, organizing myself, finding the time to spend time with friends and family, reconnection. I had to organize that, my reconnection process, which was something too. And my love life, and my friendship life, and my party life, and my home life. I hadn't got to the garden yet. I hadn't got that there yet. I had to organize all that. And that was, something that's, could be very overwhelming. I did it in pieces. Before I even had my saying, small steps lead to large rewards, that's basically what I was doing. So whenever I tell you guys stuff, it's all from practice, from actual practice that I've been doing. And I really just did take my time and really just kind of inch by inch, bit by bit, piece by piece, just get stuff together. And what's interesting is then you start seeing it come together, which is wonderful. And then my mother and I, we had a schedule. I saw her on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then my other girl, my first client, I saw her on Wednesdays. Then I had other days for myself, party days, kind of. And I was still going out to things. And then I had my acting jobs, and I really had a schedule. And I had a one of those. I always had day planners, always, and I was filling in the schedule. And the day planners kept me in check, of course. Then I got a laptop, and that helped. And I started having a laptop, and I had my times. I go to Starbucks, do work. I had places I would go. I organized where I would go. So I really did organize my life. And that's something that anybody who changes their lives or starts over or starts new, you do have to do that. And so I mean, it's not even about any major tips, just that I did a great job. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. I really did come down here. I remember I made a schedule. I said I would get up at 7 o'clock every morning. I used to watch Channel 11. That was my channel with Julian Reynolds and Dorothy Lucy and all them. I used to watch them all them every morning. Have my oatmeal. I mean, I had a whole routine. Have my oatmeal, my coffee. Then I start my day and do my emails and whatever I do that day. So I had a schedule, a routine. I was in a new city, which was an old city of mine, but new for me. So I've been gone for 22 years. And it was so much fun. I was having so much fun. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And starting my business was fun. But it was also challenging. And I would get a client here and there. And then I advertised in Craigslist. And I had some clients I got through there that I still know to this day. Me and Craigslist always have this relationship. Um, but I wasn't even doing media. I was doing no media. It was all this stuff besides the acting. Um, and then I started to realize I want to be a director, producer, writer. I want to be behind the scenes. And I still wanted radio shows. So those four things were still in my forefront. So I started working towards that. But meanwhile, I was saying this the other day. I was just like, I went to Big Lots yesterday. And I just remember my mom, my stepdad, and we had a schedule. I come over, we do some work at the house. I come over, we go shopping first, go have lunch. We had these spots we go have lunch at, then come home, put everything away. On certain days, we shopping days. Other days, days where I come over, clean up, hang out, and then leave. And we had always just different. I was like these 2 days with my mom's, these 3 days with my mom's. We go shopping, and it was fun going shopping and going to CVS and Big Lots and Ross or whatever. We just go to these places. We have certain ones we go to, Dollar Trees, 99-cent stores. We find deals, and as my stepdad now can't do that anymore, and we're just kind of in this sad space with him. It was like, wow. I just remember we had routines. We had actual routines of things that we did. Um, and it was organized. It was very organized. And in some ways it felt, I mean, you always look back, it just seemed carefree. I was working really hard and I was trying to make some money. I'm making more money now than I was then, but I was trying to make some money, but it seemed like it was carefree. Like it was just like, okay, and I do an acting job here and there. And I do a commercial or I do this or go for an audition. But there were some tough times. And I think about um 8 years ago, 7 years ago, when I thought I was going to lose my business and my tax guy screwed me over, and I was like, what am I going to do, and how can I do this, and what's going to happen? And I thought I was going to leave Los Angeles and I have to go live in Pittsburgh full time, and when I was there, I was going to Pittsburgh part time, and then we have to live. I took two job interviews going back to the work sector, which I didn't want to do. And I was like, that's so crazy. And I thought about getting a job at the airport. My mom at one point, and she was working there, and luckily I had to do that. But I did get a retail job for a few months, and I hated it. And then I quit that. I decided I just have to go back to it. So I did go back for a minute, and I hated it. And I said, never mind. I will just have no money, and then I'll just like figure it out. And I figure it out. And it's all about trial and error. And that's everything about organization. It's the same thing. It's like you try it. Sometimes you slide back. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you move the needle this way in this area, in another area it takes forever the needles move. Sometimes you make mistakes, which always happens, but you're not stuck forever. You can come out of a mistake. You can realize a mistake and come out of it. or a choice that come out of it. Now, so I just was like, this is really interesting. I just never really uh, been through this before because I was never an entrepreneur. But entrepreneurship and life are very basically one and the same. A lot of the lessons you learn there, you can learn in life. You learn entrepreneurship. Obviously, I have like 4 books out on that right now, so you can get those books. But I was just like, this is. I was thinking about that the other day too. Just like there's, I almost lost everything and had to start. I almost thought I had to start over, but I didn't lose it. I went to Pittsburgh. I didn't want to take those jobs. Um, and slowly I paid some of the stuff off that I had to pay. I started slowly coming back. And it was scary. And I had a big fight with my mom, and it was a mess. Um, then I turned 50, and I thought, okay, I got to change my life at 50, like I did at 40. I sold some property that I had, bought a bunch of equipment that you're seeing all this stuff right now, and I'm sitting here, just for like, I think I want to start I was heavily in the media side of things then. And I'm going, okay, I'm going to just really get into this media stuff. And then the pandemic hit the next year. Now, we're glossing over the year that I was paralyzed and I couldn't do any work, that my Bell's palsy. I've talked about that enough for it. That was a hard year too. Then COVID hits in 2020. I have all this equipment. I'm not organizing anymore. Nobody's hiring anybody because in LA it was bad. But it's funny, coming out of these last 3 years, there's work out there for me. I have people who have been so loyal to me that it's scary. I mean, a few folks drop me, and that happens. But there's a lot of folks out there who are so loyal to me that I physically gained so much weight during the. I'm not in shape anymore. Just to say I'm fucking fat. No other way to say it. And I accept it. My back is bad. I just don't have it anymore. And anybody gets older, I've had friends talk about just period, just regular talk about, do I want to physically organize anymore? I don't. So I started pulling out. Before the pandemic, I started doing classes and teaching. I had Michael's doing it on my own. And I went to this whole kind of university, quote unquote, on organizing and life coaching. I'm a life coach also. I became in the last 8 years, 9 years. And I was like, and then I'll shut down. Well, now I am so busy doing classes and workshops and events online, it's not even funny. I actually got back to it, but it's not just organizing, it's all kind of stuff. And I cut out a lot of clients. And I've decided I'm worth a lot more money. And so I only have a few clients, and they rotate, and then they use me all the time, and they pay very well, and it works. And so it gives me still some dexterity, still some out in the field work. But eventually I hope to not do it anymore, period. Just be all online. But it's starting to happen. I mean, it's really starting to happen. I shaped and pivoted my business to be something different as I get older. And so that's what we're doing. And I have the media stuff, I have the books, I have records, books, music. I mean, I have a whole empire now. But for the organizing, just with that stuff, I have 1 book out. I'm writing 2 more. Hope to have them out this year and push those out. But I started to change. I was like, nope, I don't do that anymore. Nope, I don't do that anymore. Nope, I don't want to do that anymore. Nope, I don't want to do that anymore. Oh my God, so my face just went away. Let's see, where is it? And I started just shifting the focus. Never knew I could do this. Never knew it'd be successful. Just said, let's just do it and try it. But I organized, came up with a plan. It's okay. We're gonna try this, and so far it's working. So far, excuse my cough. Got COVID last year. I have an ailing parent right now. New grandchild just came into the world. It's been a whirlwind road. My phone, I always look at my phone. I'm on call like 24/7 now on my phone. I'm entering a new season in my life, they say. And personally, professionally, I feel good. I feel bad for some of my clients that I had to let go. And if you're watching this, I'm really sorry I had to. I couldn't keep the pace up, but it was good to know that if I was in shape and I still wanted to do it, I had the clients to back it up. And that just goes to show for everybody out there. I'll recommend anybody. I've been recommending people to my cloud colleagues. There's plenty of work out there to be done. That's the thing. And recently I had to help my mom and help somebody else clear out some space for medical reasons. And that's what it is. It is there's so much work out there. If you're an organizer, get your shit together, make sure get your business together, get your prices together, and go out and get those people. There's plenty of work. I'm not even joking. There's plenty of work. Get out there and get them. I'm serious. And they need your help. There are folks who cry my arms over the years, who cried, who are transformed, whose lives are just now really are for the better because we come in, because I've come in, because somebody else who's an organizer who's watching this has come in and did, to me, God's work. Went in there and got them organized, and whatever way that is, got them cleared out, whatever way that is, whether it's a garage, a backyard, a playroom, your bedroom, whatever it is. There's so much work out there, unfortunately and fortunately. And if you have the skills and you have the skill set and the type, I always endorse NAPO, and NAPO, go to napo.net, NAPO, because they have classes. If you want to get certified and learn stuff, go there. Also, NABRO, which is the National Association of Black Professional Organizers. I support them. I think they're .org. Just try out these organizations. Go see them. If you want to be a life coach, ICF, ICF.org. Coach Training Alliance is my old school that I went to, got certified. There's work. There's work out there, seriously. Any new organizer, if they get started, I'm telling you, you will have jobs. Just make sure you get your stuff together, you have your talents ready, you have your pricing ready, and get out there and just start getting it. People need help. And a lot of folks that I've learned over years still do not know what an organizer is, what it does, what it means, do not even know they need an organizer or can have an organizer. There's certain communities and cultures that just don't even know what they like. Oh, organizer. We are essential workers, and I say essential just all the time, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, all the time. We are essential workers. We go in there and we really transform lives and save lives and assist lives. And I love this business. I can almost start crying. I love this business so much. I really do. I will never leave it completely. Never. I will always do just, if it was just doing the show and doing a few classes. I have a class coming up. I have two, actually. I have Super Organize Your Finances on January 27th, and also how to 10 tips to organize your life in February. Two Zoom classes. They're not even expensive. I'm offering them in low rates. They're like $20. Come on down, sign up. Like, seriously, sign up. At least listen to me. And you'll get a checklist afterwards. Just listen to me, and maybe you'll hear somebody say that's going to help you. I really do mean it. I think it's something that's pretty beneficial to everybody. So I say, come on down, try it out with me. Just hear what to say. My way isn't the only way, but I am a way. Maybe I can intro your way into something, and then also just Google professional organizers in your neighborhood, in your area, and see who pops up. I can recommend people to you too. So my shout outs to ICD, NAPO, any other kind of organizing organizations out there who are doing anything from paper organization to household stuff, change of life. I guess all the life coaches out there who are helping transform people in their worlds, their mindsets. It's a very highly rewarding job. But it's a lot of work. And I just look at it, going back to me again, back to my life, last 14 years. I'm very proud of myself. I don't know what the future holds. I have no idea as an entrepreneur. But the hustle is in me, and I will continue doing this for as long as I can and hope to bring in money as long as I can. And my heart is out with everyone else out there who's an organizer, trying to do this also, continue this. And as long timers, I never thought I'd be I'm a long timer at this point. I'm like almost a decade and a half. I never thought I'd have a job this long, so to speak. So I'm going to continue being a super organizer for all it's worth. I am. And again, I want to thank you guys for everybody who just supports me and supports the brand. More to come. We have all kinds of stuff to come. More to come. Ways to also just support the homie. Buymeacoffee.com/James Lott Jr. Patreon.com/James Lott Jr. JamesLottJr.threadless.com. Merchandise. I'm on Poshmark. I am selling items that I don't need anymore because we're organizing. I'm at Poshmark at J. Harrison Lott. All kind of stuff. So just, I don't know, support the homie, support your friends, get organized for yourself, get organized, I'll see you next time. I love you.